Good evening. Here I am, just like in college, at the last minute, doing my homework assignment. Carol, I thought it was a good one. I very much enjoyed reading Chapter 8, watched the videos, read Alan's and Carrie's emails. Steve, I watched your video. Some good insights. I very much enjoyed both the reading and Carol's video that she had us watch. I thought Jim Knight was probably the most helpful person that I've watched in a long time regarding pedagogy. And Miss Santos was very fortunate to have him in the room. And I think what he did is he really nailed it in terms of where her main problem happened to be. He turned to her at a point in the discussion and said, "What are the two or three things you're trying to teach?" Because if you don't have that, if you don't know what it is that you're really passionate about the students, having the students learn, well then the pacing and all the activities, what are they really going to get the students? And I think that often happens. We're so caught up in trying to implement certain things, we lost sight of what is it we really want. And Jim Knight, you could feel his passion. He knew that she needed to select out some things at the right level of difficulty that could be taught to these students. He wanted them to have success. Once they had success, they were going to be engaged. And he even talked about, at one point, made reference to it, their long-term future. So, one of the things in Chapter 8, it said, look forward. And oftentimes with pacing, looking forward to what's going to happen in a few minutes when we get done with this particular activity. But it's also important, as Jim Knight did, to get the teacher oriented and for her to get the students oriented to looking forward to college, success in your career, using whatever it is you have here to make your life better. Chapter 8, I think those were all solid techniques. Changing the pace, brighten the lines, all hands, every minute matters, look forward, work the clock. Those are all things that we could work on with teachers and in our own teaching be cognizant of. I think it is the case that if we're going to keep students motivated and have them learn, there needs to be a certain pace. But Knight, I think, is bringing it back to what must happen for learning to occur. One, we've got to have some goals, achievable goals for the students. We need to know what they are, and we need to be very clear with them. This is what we're trying to accomplish. And Knight had a great technique. I do it, we do it, you do it. Because the second thing that must be there in every lesson to be successful is thoughtful practice. If we know where we're going and we're attempting to get there and we're mastering the components that are going to allow us at some point to be successful, we need to have thoughtful practice. And we need to have someone who knows these things to come around and provide us with the feedback and the encouragement and the motivation to succeed. And the last thing we need is motivation. We need to walk into a classroom where we can feel, I think, what Miss Santos has, and that is this with-itness, a caring, the intelligence, the commitment. We can feel all that. But Knight was giving her not only the goals, some handy, practical things that met her needs and would allow her to immediately be more successful with the students. So I thought this was a very good activity, reading the chapter, watching the video. It all tied together nicely, and I think it says so much about what it takes to be successful in the classroom. But I think Knight demonstrated for all of us what is a good mentor and how a good mentor can take a look and diagnose what the teacher really needs to work on to be successful. Thank you for coming up with that activity. I'm going to post this on YouTube and go to bed. See you later. Thank you.